Hello all, it's your boy back at it again with another video. How are we all doing? So today I've got a brand new release from Arrow Video in this lovely Zavvi case, and we're going to get right into this because I'm quite excited about this one. It is a sequel to one of my favourite horror movies of all time. If you know, you know. But yeah, I should probably pull the tape this way. That's where the pulley thing is, isn't it? Yeah. So up or is it the bottom of the top? Bottom of the top. I don't know. If I don't know, you're definitely not going to know. Unless you saw it, then cool, you're a speed demon. And I salute you, sir. Oh, fucking terribly. Oh no. It's all gone horribly wrong, Margaret. Oh, well. It was there, it was on the side. Okay, fair enough. So, if I flip it that way. Nope, that was not the front cover. But there it is. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, newly released on 4K by Arrow Video. And my God, that looks fantastic. Oh, I really like that. Oh, very nice. Oh, much bigger text as well for the back. Yeah. So, there we go. Look at that. I'm quite chuffed with that, to be fair. Arrow Video's also done a slipcover for that. I quite like the fact that they are consistently doing that with their new releases. So this is Tobe Hooper's sequel. He made it in the 80s. Is it 12 or 13 years after the first one? It'll tell me at the bottom when it was released. 1986. So 12 years after the original. And I quite like this film personally. But we'll get into my film thoughts at the end of the video once I've looked at the 4K disc and everything. So I will read you the limited edition bonus features, content and everything on there before we get take a deeper dive into the packaging. I'm scrambling my words. I miss when I was able to edit my videos properly. So 2 disc limited edition content. We've got a limited edition packaging featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Ilan Shady and Dave Creative. Booklet featuring new writings from Johnny Maines, Anna Bokachikia. Yeah? Fucking hell. I'm so sorry, lady. I've absolutely butchered your name, as I always do. Guy Adams and Neil Mitchell. A double-sided fold-out poster. Texas Battleland themed postcards. Ooh. Chili cook-off recipe cards. 3 double-sided collector's postcards. Okay, very nice. So disc 1, 4K Ultra HD at Blu-ray. The film. It says it right there, the film. So 4K restoration from the original negatives, 4K 2160p, Ultra HD Blu-ray presented in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible, original lossless stereo 2.0 audio, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, commentary with director Tobe Hooper, commentary with stars Bill Moseley, Caroline Williams, and special effects legend Tom Savini. Definitely going to be listening to that commentary. Commentary with the cinematographer Richard Curris, production designer Carrie White, script supervisor Laura Curris, so they must be partners, and property master Michael Sullivan. So we've got a couple of audio commentaries on there, and then you got bonus features. We Are the Living Dead, a new visual essay by Scott Tafoya. We'll say Toffia, that sounds about right. You Got Good Taste, Cannibal Camp and Preserve Parody, a new visual essay by Miranda Corrican. Stretched Lives, interview with Caroline Williams. Serving Tom, interview with makeup effects artist Gabe Bartiolas. Maybe. Texas Bloodbath, an interview with makeup effects artist Barton Mixon. Mixon's the correct one. Remember the Alamo. Interview with actor Kirk Sisko. Die Yuppie Scum, interview with actor Barry Killon. Extended interviews with Tobe Hooper and co-producer Cynthia Hargrave. Electric Boogaloo, the wild untold story of Canon Films. It runs in the family, plus outtakes, on the film's genius making and during appeal. House of Pain interview with makeup effects artist Mixon. Oh, all of the artists. So it's a different one, but with all of the makeup artists that I've already mentioned. Where am I on the page? Yuppie Meat interview with actor Chris Durfis and Barry Canyon again. Cutting Moments interview with the editor. Behind the Mask and Cutting Moments with Bob Elmore. 2 interviews with Leatherface performer. Horror Hallowed Grounds featurette exploring the film's location. Still Feeling the Buzz interview with horror expert Stephen. There is a thing in the way. Behind the scenes, alternative opening, deleted scenes, trailers, TV spots, and still galleries. So the film is 101 minutes in the aspect ratio of 1.851. Audio is 2.0. English language, and it is rated 18 for contains frequent strong violence and horror and sexualized threats. So there you go. I've waffled on enough. Let's get into the packaging. Let's see what the reversible is. Hopefully it's not the fucking same as the Blu-ray, and it is a different one. Perhaps it's just be the original, like Breakfast at Tiffany cover. That would make the most sense, would it not? I don't want to damage the slipcover, so we'll just take some scissors to the xylophone. Cellophane, I should say. Let's a better look at the artwork there. Well, now we don't have that glare on it. Very nice. So we pull that off. Very nice. Just pop that there. Nothing on the back. There you go. So we'll get to the. Should we get to the reversible artwork? So we've got the same there. As you said, 2 discs there. So you've got Leatherface on the front, and you got Dennis Hooper's character, Dennis Hopper, I should say. Dennis Hooper? Hopper? No, Dennis Hooper. No, it's Dennis Hopper in it, sorry. Flip it around. I was correct on the artwork. It is the Breakfast at Tiffany's style one. We will be putting that on because it's different artwork to the front. So there you go. There it is. Very nice, very iconic. We will go through all the MacGuffin in the first. So there's the style postcard. It literally is a postcard, but I will not be sending that because I spent money on this. And you've got double-sided art cards here. So that's one side. There's another. There's Leatherface and Dennis having a fight, as they do in the film. Great fight, I will say. Flip that over. That fun scene of him putting the mask on her face. Dennis again. Leatherface and Skip, or Caroline. And there is the cook-off chili. That's probably the way, that's the actual way to do it. And then you've got the ingredients. 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 large bell pepper, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, half a cup of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of crushed red pepper flakes, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 large onion diced, 3 cans of pinto beans, 4 cans of tomato sauce, 3 jalapenos diced, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. How to make. Cook and stir beef, onion, and bell pepper in large pot oven, medium heat until tender. 2. Stir in rest of ingredients, slow boil for 30 minutes, 4 hours longer time, more flavour. There you go. Very nice little side piece there, I will say. And then I fucking have no idea what that is on there, but yeah, who knows? I quite like the little cookout one. And I quite like the look of that artwork as well. It's very nice. It's a nice disc art. We'll have a look at the double-sided poster, which I'm assuming is going to be the... Yep. Oh, okay. Not what I expected on the back. So you got that one. And then you actually do have a different poster there. Dennis on there. So, okay. I like that. At least it's something different, which is very nice. It's nice. I like it when they do loads of different artwork. Like example, the Silence of the Lamb one was very samey, wasn't it? Great transfer, but still very samey across the work. Then we got a nice booklet there. Very nice original one there. So I will read you what the articles are called. It's In the Devil's Playground, the making of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Leave Leatherface Alone, Toby Hooper, Dancing with Myself, Texas Battleland, Home for Some, Hell for Others. And we'll get to the production credits. So there you go. It's black on this Texas dried one. That's not too hard on the eyes, I will say, without my glasses, which is very nice. So it's a bit stiff, I will say that. Very stiff cardboard, but there you go. It's Dennis Hopper at Battleland. So, about the presentation, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is presented in its original original 1.81 aspect ratio with original stereo audio on a 4K Ultra HD release. This film is presented in a 4K resolution in HDR10 and Dolby Vision. The 4K digital restoration was completed by Vinegar Syndrome and was sourced for a new 4K scan of the 35mm original camera negative. The 4K HDR10 master was supplied by Park Circus. Dolby Vision grading was completed by Findlay Motion. So there you go. Very nice. Very short, very snappy. One like that. I do enjoy those. But yeah, it's a nice little booklet. It's a bit stiff though. Probably needs to be worn in, as they say. Don't get any dirty ideas, you bastards. But yeah, no, overall, very happy with the packaging. I can't lie about that. So the next thing to do is I'm going to go put this in the player, watch the film, and give you my opinions on it. So yeah, you stay right there, and we'll be right back, baby. Boom! So I'm back from watching the new 4K transfer from Arrow Video. Well, it's sort of new. Of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And normally I hop behind the camera straight away after I've recorded one of these, but I've left it for a few days to dwell on it because I was didn't know how to really feel about the transfer. I also then the next day I did rewatch the Arrow Video original transfer, which is only on a 1080p Blu-ray presentation. So, I think that one of the biggest things that everyone talks about is grain when it comes to 4K transfers and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm not stupid. I know that some things can't be cleaned up as properly as everything. It depends on how the original film prints are, and I'm not trying to take away from that. With this original one, the grain wasn't too noticeable. It was not, well, you could see it, but it was a consistent grain throughout all of it. Whereas this one, I will say, is a bit inconsistent, where some scenes will be absolutely gloriously cleaned up. There'll be some beautiful, clean, absolute scene, and then some scenes it looks like you're going through a swarm of bees or something. It's really hit and miss, and I wouldn't mind if it was like some bits were like super clean and then one shot or then two shots, but then you have these different varying levels of grain as well, and I think that was what was taking me out of the transfer, because obviously I was looking at it for the transfer and then obviously the film, because if I was just to put this on as a film, not stepping away from a review perspective, I would be like, yeah, it's fine, don't care, I'm not bothered about that. But then obviously for just reviewing this thing, that I wanted to make that evident. But with the shots where they have cleaned up, they look so fantastic. I can't lie. The problem with this original Blu-ray transfer is it's very, very dull. It feels very like they've just drained all the colour out of it. Whereas this one, the colour is absolutely popping. Everything looks so natural to the eye. It looks absolutely glorious. Like some of the shots where when Chop Top comes to the radio station, incredible. It looks absolutely fantastic. When Dennis Hopper's character is first seen on screen at the highway instant scene, that all looks great. The greens look fantastic, like the orange cones, like all these little details in the background were really popping out to me. While I was rewatching that, it looked very muted, very bland, very boring. So I will give it props. I'm not saying this is the worst 4K transfer ever, because actually, for the majority of it, I think it's really good. And obviously, if I was going forward, I wouldn't care too much about the grain, but I obviously want to point that out for people who really give a shit about the grain. But yeah, no, overall, I think the colours look fantastic, and there's some absolute gloriously cleaned up shots in it. It definitely is a lot better than this Blu-ray transfer, I would say. It looks a lot more natural, it looks a lot more vibrant, even for a horror movie. And yeah, you can just see, when you get to those scenes that are absolutely super cleaned up, you can get a lot of extra details that I didn't notice before in the original transfer. So yeah, I will obviously be picking this one over that one for the long time, for the foreseeable future. So yeah, it's a very good transfer in my opinion. It's, I don't know, I'd probably put it in the above mid, not great transfer. Like if I was to do a tier list, maybe one day I should start doing a tier list for these Arrow Video 4K reviews, because it seems to be like the only consistent 4K products that I do. Maybe I will do that later in life. But we'll talk about the film, and I do really enjoy this as a sequel, because obviously Tobe Hooper knew that he was never going to recreate the gritty realism of the original up here. And I'm glad that he doesn't. I'm glad that he takes a different approach to it, because it makes it stand out. It knows it can't replicate it, so it doesn't try to. And I really appreciate that. And there's obviously good continuity between the two films, both being by Tobe Hooper. Great cast as well, obviously. Jim, can't remember. I think it's Jim Croc, maybe. I can't remember his surname, but Jim as the cook. Again, is probably one of the highlights of both of the movies. He's just such a great actor. He was only in like 3 films and then 2 documentaries, but he does such a great job in these 2 films. Like, he's such a memorable character. Chop Top obviously played the hitchhiker in the first one. He's back as his Vietnam cousin or brother. I always get confused of which one it is. Someone in the comments will let me know. Again, very fantastic performance. Very creepy. I like the bit where he's bashing the guy, Lefty, that's the guy who works for Stretch at the radio station. When he's bashing his head in with the hammer, I was like, it was proper giving me like, I don't know, it was really making me feel unsettled, and I haven't felt like this about this film before. So yeah, probably just seeing all that extra detail in those shots, I was like, oh god, it was really unsettling, and a very unsettling performance as well. Very great performance. My one biggest gripe in this film is Leatherface. Because in the first one, you can clearly tell he is a boy in a Batman's body who is abused by his elders, and he knows no better, so he kills out of fear and stuff like that. Whereas this one, he's just so weirdly erratic, like the dry humping with the chainsaw and stuff like that. I get it that he's probably is curious and sexually frustrated, not seeing a woman or whatever, but you don't. I don't know. I just think it comes off a bit weird. And I think a lot of what made Leatherface great in the first one is kind of lost in this one. It's probably my biggest gripe with the movie, I would say. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Leatherface in this movie. He's not the worst. Definitely the worst would go down to fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. That's number 4 for those who haven't seen the series. Don't watch it. But yeah, seen better Leatherface performances and better characterization of the character, but yeah, not the strongest. And got Grandpa here as well. Very freaky as always. The dinner scene is always horrendous. Yeah, our other 3 main characters. Well, you got Stretch, who's the lady in the radio station. She is our heroine of the movie. We got her co-star Lefty. Actually, no, he's not co-star. He's like the programmer who runs the station. And then you've got Dennis Hopper's character, who is the uncle of Sally and Frank from the first film. Is it Frank? The kid in the wheelchair. Oh, damn it. Can't believe I've forgotten it. Franklin. It's Franklin. I was almost there. We'll start with Lefty. He's a good side character. Not too much time spent on his backstory or anything, but he has good chemistry with Stretch. Stretch is fantastic. I do really like her. I like her balls to the wall sort of thing, like wanting to help and stuff like that, knowing that she's obviously heard this murder on the radio station. They're calling it an accident, and she's like, no. Goes to Dennis Hopper. It's like, I want to help. This will help. And obviously it lands her in the midst of this cannibalistic family. And she does play it very well. When she has to be strong, she's strong. When she has to be scared, she's scared. Like, I think she does a very good performance in the movie. And Dennis Hopper is the highlight of the movie. I think he is the best character in this. As much as I love Jim as the cook, Dennis Hopper in this movie was such a W. Like, he is fantastic. Like, he's just got such a great presence on screen. And sadly, we don't have enough of him in it, but I'm assuming he was very expensive. But yeah, Dennis Hopper in this movie is absolutely fantastic. As the crazed uncle who wants revenge, a very righteous man. Yeah, it's very good. I think he's very good. So I can't fault the cast, the people. Obviously, I'm not a fan of the characterization, but the rest of the cast I think is very, very good. The setting, like the plot, I think is also very good. I really like the ending in the abandoned Battleland theme park. I'm such a sucker for theme parks in movies and horror, especially horror. So the fact that we're in this big abandoned theme fun park, fantastic. I think the comparison against the two, like this one is so small budget, whereas this one, it feels very big budget. And something that I did notice on the end of this one that I really like, obviously the ending of this one is Leatherface, like Sally getting away and Leatherface screaming and spinning and stuff like that. Like they still basically sort of won. Whereas this one, spoilers. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You gone? Okay, you're gone. So obviously, everyone basically dies, and Chop Top is chasing Stretch, and at the end, she grabs a chainsaw, knocks him off the top, like the highest point where their grandma's being kept in Battleland. And at the end, she's screaming, and then she does the spinning around. And I just really took into account how much I like that ending in this one, because it's just like it's mirroring the original, but obviously she's won. Like the innocent people have won more now because they've defeated this cannibalistic family. They are no more. Well, yeah, because these two are probably the only ones that really count in the original 4 run of films, if you ask me. That make any sense? But yeah, I did really like the ending, and I think it was still very unsettling as well, because it's like one of those things, like she's won, but how much trauma is she going to walk away from? And that's, yeah, I think it's very good. So yeah, overall, I'm actually quite happy with this, to be fair. I might have had a few gripes with the transfer here and there, but overall, I would say it's a good package, and I quite enjoy this. For someone who really likes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think this is a good buy for me personally. I don't know if it would be good for you. Would I recommend it? If you're a big Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, I would probably recommend it. It's the best the film has ever looked, in my opinion, compared to this old Blu-ray transfer. So if you're looking for quality, I would say this over this. But if you're looking for the cheaper option, I'd just say go for that. Yeah, really nice packaging as well. Lots of great bonus content in here, I would say. And yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with this one. So yeah, that is going to be my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Can I get it back in the slip? Yes, we can. There we are, with that lovely, glorious slipcover. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Have you picked up this release? Are you a fan of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, don't know what the next video will be, but I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. Bush.